Dirt 5 gets slammed by many for poor visuals, but new information coming out about the game now indicates that Judgment might have been casted too early, and with next gen price hikes from $60 to $70, Xbox gives their own input on game price tags. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's having a good day, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing for more videos like this. I do appreciate the support. So we have now seen more gameplay for Dirt 5, and I need to be honest, I thought what I saw was a bit underwhelming to say the least. The game just did not look next gen at all. With 4K visuals and high frame rates being touted, the game was just not doing it for me. Well, it turns out that the gameplay that I saw on IGN was rendered at 1080p and not even in 60 frames. Well, IGN has now responded to all of this by stating that the game video was uploaded incorrectly and fixed the mistake by uploading the full 4K gameplay. So let's go through all of the information and criticism and see what is warranted and what is not. Now, the criticism for this game stemmed all the way from screen tearing to frame drops to the overall world that just looked unimpressive to a point where you could not even see your own tracks in the dirt or in the snow. Not very next gen at all. Now, as I've mentioned, the controversy kind of started with IGN. I do not believe that they were the first to criticize the game, but they were the biggest. They said the following in their preview impressions of the game: another year off for Forza while it retools and reboots for next gen means that Dirt 5 will now play the role of Xbox Series X obligatory racing game at launch, and racing games of course traditionally acts as the graphical showcase for your new console. You show them off to your friends so that they can see what your $500 got you. Well, after playing a couple of hours of off-road focused Dirt 5 on the Series X, my eyeballs are disappointingly unmelted. That is not to say that Dirt 5 looks bad, that is not the case at all, but I don't think it even outclassed 2018's Forza 4 Horizon in the graphical department. That said, I am thoroughly impressed by the sheer amount of and variety of content on offer. Now, I'm not going to dispute this person's impressions because it is an opinion and that is subjective. Also, just because their video was uploaded in 1080p does not mean that the game was played in 1080p, but I would like to direct you to the other side of the coin, and that would be Digital Foundry, who had a much different gaming experience with visuals being displayed at a much more impressive rate. They showed the game in full 4K glory and 140 frames per second mode and walked everybody through all of the settings to ensure that you get the maximum visual experience. I would highly recommend that you check that video out. I will put the link down in the description. Now, I need to be honest here, when I think next gen I do not think Dirt 5, but that should not matter. I'm going to say the same thing that I said about Halo Infinite when we first saw their gameplay. As long as the game is good and fun, I really don't care. I'm ready to climb on Super Craig's back and ride all the way through Halo. So if you are a fan of Dirt 5, just enjoy the experience. And since we are on the topic of games, let's also talk about the pricing, because a lot of game developers including Sony has now officially announced that their games will be $70. Now, when it comes to Xbox and their first party games, they are taking a bit of a different approach by releasing their new game titles day and date on Xbox Game Pass. Again, there is no better value than Game Pass, but what about those who do not have the service? Speaking on the Real Deal Xbox podcast on Tuesday, Aaron Greenberg called the issue of game pricing super complex, quoting a Video Game Chronicles article, link will be down in the description. He then added, our commitment and how we approach this whole generation is your gaming accessories will work. We are not going to make you pay for next gen versions of your games. We are doing smart delivery. We have tried to be fan first in every way that we can. He added that game pricing is a super complex thing to answer because in the old days every game launched at one price and that was it, but we've now launched Ori and the Will of the Wisp at $50 and Gear Tactics is a new title launching this holiday and it is launching at $60. State of Decay 2 will be launching at $40, so there is no simple answer to that except that Tactics will be launching at $60. He then suggested that $70 will be an exception. Now, ultimately a price hike for next gen is inevitable, but with Xbox Game Pass, prices does not have to be a problem. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.